Hey, this episode is a little bit different. Recently, we had our all hands meeting where we bring the entire team together via Zoom, and we talked about passion, one of our core values. And for the first half of this episode, Melissa, our practice advisor, who has 15 years of experience in dentistry and orthodontics, she was, before coming to HIP, a treatment coordinator at a booming practice in Texas. She shares on passion, and then I wrap up with giving my thoughts on passion. But really, without passion and without purpose, you don't have energy. And if you don't have energy approaching each day, how are you going to move forward and move the needle and get closer to the goal? Maybe, you're a doctor listening, or office manager or team member, whoever it is, you've got to have passion yourself, but you've also got to bring passion to your team. And so I think we really inspired our team, and that's one of the reasons why we installed this core value. HIP stands for hunger, integrity, and passion. And so we believe this is so important for us and our team, and hope that it helps you as well. Thanks so much for listening. We're going to have Melissa share on passion for a few minutes. So super stoked about this. Melissa, take it away.
I'm a huge person that just lives off of passion. Passion drives my whole entire life. I mean, just everything. So I love this quote because I feel like sometimes we think that passion has to be this huge thing that just makes our one goal in life. But I really believe, like Betty White says here, that everybody needs a passion, whether it's one passion or 100, that keeps life interesting. So I have a multitude of passions that drive me, all the way from character passions that I want to be a good wife, a good mother, a good sister, a good neighbor, all of those things that kind of drive me every day to be a little bit better of a person in this world. I also have passions like Supercross and, riding trails on a side-by-side, all the way down to the Denver Broncos. I mean, come on, you can't help but love them. And then obviously my passion for dentistry and orthodontics, which obviously led me to HIP. So I think it's just really important that we all have all of these small passions that define us, but also these big passions that drive us. So just love that quote to make sure that we're kind of all thriving and striving in life to keep going forward. So as we all know here at HIP, we are huge on quotes. So these are going to be a few quotes that really align with our core values. So just some supporting content. So I'm just going to read through these quotes, and then I just want to go over kind of what it means to me and how that really strives within our company. So obviously we've got two from the amazing Oprah Winfrey. She was probably one of the most passionate talk show hosts in the world. She says, "Find your passion and you will never get tired." She also says, "Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you." And then we have the amazing Warren Buffett, "Without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing." So obviously there's a common thread and a common goal with this. If you have no passion about what you do, you have no passion about who you are, where you're heading, you're going to have a very dull, tired, exhausting existence. You're not going to want to get up in the morning. You're not going to want to take care of those difficult partners. You're not going to want to answer those 500 emails. You're not going to want to interview those 2,000 applicants. So obviously we have to have a passion in order to drive us and lead us to do what we did. I just want to do a little story. I'm not going to get too sappy with you, but this really was a place that my passion became ignited. I was in an office visit last week, found out that I had lost my grandmother, and she was someone who shaped my entire world. And she actually inspired my passion, my work ethic, my drive. And so Dr. Mawaldi was like, "Oh, we'll get you out of here early." And I was like, absolutely not. I'm passionate about what I do. My grandmother would not have it any other way. And we had a great day. We focused on all of the things that each one in the office needed. The team was supportive and loving and kind. And so that gave me the energy, that gave me the fuel, because I have the passion for what I do here at HIP, and I have the passion to touch everyone that I come in contact with. So just remember, every single day, whenever you're dealing with those difficult partners, or something went wrong with a paid media ad and we have to deal with that on a regular basis, just remember your passion that drove you, and it will get you through all of those little hard times. And now we're going to take a little stroll down Melissa Lane. I was thinking about this. I talked to Sarah and I was like, how do you teach passion. You don't really teach it, right? We inspire it, we ignite it, we fuel it. And so I was like, well, other than, doing a song and dance or meeting everyone in person, I think the best way to kind of show what I feel passion has done for me in my life is to kind of give you a story of where I came from and how I ended up here at HIP. I was a kid with really ugly teeth, had some spaces, some buck teeth, some issues. That fueled my passion for free dentistry to become a dental assistant. Once I became a dental assistant, that then fueled my passion for dentistry overall. I became an orthodontic assistant and got to see these shy little wallflower children who were ashamed of their smiles and unhappy, just blossom into these amazing little human beings with confidence and self, preservation and just wanting to be better in life. Which then led me to be a smile seller. I became a seller of smiles. I was a treatment coordinator for Sparkman Orthodontics. I loved it. I loved every minute of selling smiles. That's the best way to introduce yourself into sales, I think. If you're not in there and you want to go that way, sell smiles. And two guys entered my world with an insane amount of passion, came into our office, ignited, inspired, empowered every single person that they visited with, that they talked to, that they spoke with. And those two guys were Harrison and Luke. And they actually ignited a whole new passion that I wasn't aware of, that I didn't know that I wanted to travel or talk to doctors on a regular basis or inspire other teams and other people and what they can be. So meeting with them, I knew immediately that that's what I wanted to do. And as soon as I got here, they have continued to pour fuel on my fire, support me, challenge me, push me, drive me, and just really ignite my passion further. So if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would be working for a place called Hip Creative out of Pensacola, Florida, I probably would have told you were crazy. But thank goodness my passion just continued to drive me every step of the way, and made me who I am today and brought me here. And then this is so true for our team, especially with the amazing news of all of the new hires. I'm so excited to bring you all here and have you all have an opportunity to work with this amazing team. This states that true passion attracts. If you have passion in your business, the right people will be attracted to your team. And it's so true. Obviously, we have a multitude of talent. We got to come into the office in April, and it was so amazing to meet every single individual that works here and see each one of them just light up with the passion that drives them, to see them care for, each of our partners. I have the opportunity to work with several of them, whenever things kind of slip and fall and change. And every single one of them are just so passionate about what they do and who they serve and who they work for, that we're able to really drive that growth. So I'm excited to see who else we attract to our team, and excited to see what all of your passions bring to the table here at HIP. And finally, the number one thing is passion never fails. This has been a big one for me. Moving through, like I said, we have, we're human. We all make mistakes. We all falter. We all sidestep. We all have partners that we deal with, or things that come awry in the day-to-day things. I've dealt with some rejection. I've been ghosted a lot more than I did in high school. So it's just things like that there are failures. There are things that happen because we are human. But if we keep true to our passion, then our passion will never fail us. So thank goodness for all of us to continue to grow and strive and serve at the highest level, set the standard for this industry of what it should be like to help grow these orthodontic practices and dentistry practices. And thank goodness for Luke and Justin, because I'm sure there were a few stumble steps along the way, but their passion drove them and then collectively built an amazing team that we have here today. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds for all of us. Just remember, live your passion every single day. Find something new to be passionate about every single day. Fuel it a little bit more tomorrow than you did today, and you'll never fail whenever it comes to that.
Melissa saying, if you could have asked me 5 years ago if I'd be here, I think that's what passion does. It puts you over time in situations that you could have never imagined. And it's passion that makes discipline. I was thinking about it today during the workout, sauna, cold plunge, man, this sucks. This truly sucks. But it's the destination, right? It's where you're headed. And, all those early years in HIP, a lot of it sucked, but you continue to stay passionate and push through. And there's no growth without pain, right? And so you got to go through the pain, and you keep yourself passionate through your purpose, and knowing that on the other side, you really believe there's going to be something incredible. And I think it's just really amazing when people put their heads down and do the work. That's why so many small businesses fail. I think it's like over 80% fail in the first 10 years, is because, you have this great idea, you get into business, but then you lose your passion and you lose your energy and you stop showing up. And so if you can just keep showing up, I mean, look at Warren Buffett. The guy's like 90 years old and still going. Why? He has billions of dollars. He's given away his net worth like 3 times. Why does he keep showing up? Well, he has passion, right? And so that gives him energy. And so I think there's so much, obviously in today's age, we want instant gratification, but that's not real life. Real life is in the trenches, doing the work. And a lot of times it's not going to be fun. Like, I love Mike Tyson. Somebody said they like fighters. And I know Brittany actually was a fighter too. But, he said discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing like you love it, like you have passion for it. So like when you're doing, the 100 push-ups, you hate doing it, but you've got to have passion for it to get to that destination of where you want to go. So that kind of is my thoughts on what you shared, Melissa. And I know you inspired me. I hope you inspired the team. These meetings for me are always inspiring, just kind of remembering where we came from and where we are today. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to learn more about HIP or any of the topics in this episode, send an email to hello@hipcreativeinc.com. That's hello@hipcreativeinc.com, or jump over to our website at hip.agency.